Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with Marvel Strike Force's newest character here in Gorr, finally getting added as the second Annihilator character featured today. So as you can see, it's going to be really notable. He's going to be completely changing the arena meta, as I've noted in my earlier videos, but we're going to be taking advantage of his Red Star orbs today. In addition, with the God Butcher orb being fully in play, we're going to see if we can get his unlock. Actually, not going to see. We have more than enough power cores here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be opening up to see the impact of the orbs, hopefully get some good RNG as well. Keep in mind too, right now there is a Diamond Claws event happening, so any power core spent here is also going to be adding to here. So let's see, we're 4,300 right now. We're going to be opening up some power cores. Let's see how many orbs it takes to unlock them. Also be doing a deep dive on his kit and assessing preemptively what T4s to recommend, and as well what his ISO-8 could be. So hopefully you guys get some good luck as well, and we'll also take a look at the red stars. It should be easy to get to 7 red. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the orb opening respect right here. Let's see how many cores it's going to take. We're starting off here at 17,411, and we're going to see how much it's going to take overall. Typically, the average is about 6 fragments per, and from our past experience anyways, it could range from 6,000 to 8,000 power cores. That's kind of what I'm factoring in right now as part of my budget. Keep in mind too, after this is done and we bring them up all the way into arena, we're going to start once again accumulating the power cores in preparation here for Thanos Endgame, who is likely going to be coming and introduced next week. So not great overall, as you guys can see, just a back-to-back 6s, finally getting an 8 there. What we need hopefully is a bigger drop. Even a blue or a purple can significantly add a sizable booster to the shards. And remember guys, as of today too, they're turning over and changing the arena orb, so we're going to be getting Gorr now added into those arena orb fragments that gets paid out. Oh wow, terrible RNG today, as you guys can see. Not really on our side, but we're just going to keep on going here because we're going to be how much are we actually at right now? 52 shards. Okay, not bad, not terrible. Ideally I would like to have a little bit more than 7,000-8,000 by the time this is said and done, but at least the good news is this is going to help immensely for our Diamond Claws event. Gotta spend cores to make cores, right? Wow, just so many greens here. So at some point we should hopefully get a bigger drop than this. This is ridiculous. Boom, right there, another one. 72. So even, wow, my goodness. So I think we spent close to 7,000 now, guys. So we're around that average mark at this point, and we're still getting greens after greens. So say goodbye to the power cores, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, finally a blue. Okay, this should be able to help. Okay, 88. Okay, you know what? Not bad, not bad. And at this point too, after I build this up, I'm gonna keep on saving more again, once again for endgame Thanos. Okay, so this really stretches, ladies and gentlemen. This actually stretches all the way. It was a total of 10,000, almost 10,000 power cores, which by the math, that's gonna translate to about 50,000 points in the Diamond Claws. But now you can see right here, boom, 102 shards. We got the unlock, guaranteed now. Okay, and then let's actually now take a look at the milestones here. That added a sizable boost here, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's take a look at where we're at. Top 1,000, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Okay, so that helped a lot for this. We'll see where we end up in this case, but we're actually at a really good point. Now it's time to start saving. I think that's a good budget to have for next week for endgame Thanos. 10,000 cores, my goodness. And then finally, we do want to pivot over here real quick just to unlock his 7 red as well. The guarantee 7 now that we've had all these. Boom, got the unlock there, got the 7 red. Now let's take a look at his kit. Now, starting with the Symbiote Slash, which is Gorr's basic ability here, you can see there's anything crazy about it. It's going to be some additional piercing damage in addition to defense down getting applied. Piercing is going to go up as you level up. What is different, however, is the level 6 here, where he can actually clear all charges on a primary target with the basic ability. So this is going to be very notable if you want to be saving his special, which also does clear the charge, but his basic also getting this benefit. Very, very nice. As for the T4 here, I don't know if I would recommend it, ladies and gentlemen, just because it's just additional piercing damage, and don't get me wrong, the basic ability is going to be nice every time that he can already clear charges. So I think that gives you the maximal value, unless you have T4s to spare. That's really where the extra icing on the cake is going to be. So I would actually hold off on that if you're limited on T4s, because there are some other abilities here that you might want to prioritize in. His special is called Tendril Terror. So with this ability, he brings in an aspect of crowd controlling for the team. There's going to be an ability block on as well, a heal block that also gets applied. On top of that, he actually clears all stuns and ability blocks from all Annihilator and Symbiote allies. So could this be potential synergy in the future when Null comes in? 100%. Just because we see that they added this trait already in the future, so maybe another symbiote revision to the team. It's interesting it wasn't Hive Mind, but at the same time too, the symbiote captures the broader category of those characters anyway. So very, very interesting for sure. As you level this ability up, like it's very similar to the basic, he's also going to be clearing the charges. Now, the only difference is this actually applies to adjacent targets as well. So it could be quite a few enemies depending on how they're kind of grouped up or clustered together. Damage is going to go up, the ability block and heal block lasting for 2 full turns at level 6. And then finally, what's more notable is that by T4ing this ability, you're also going to be able to clear the revive on not just the primary, but adjacent targets as well. So think about how Red Hulk has that special ability that can clear. Well, this is even more potent than that because it also includes the adjacent enemies. So without question, this is an absolute must upgrade for the T4 just because the notable damage, in addition to taking away revives, very, very effective against, Dormammu teams, characters that have a revive mechanic. Devastating to them for sure. His ultimate is called Berserker Blitz, and he's essentially going to be attacking all the enemies for, once again, piercing damage. On top of that, what I like about this ability is that he's also providing some benefit to his respective team, kind of similar to how the special was. There's going to be a safeguard that gets applied as well. So both him and Gladiator each applying safeguard in their own right, which is really, really cool because it just gives the team some better bolstering and support around these offensive abilities. And as well, this attack is actually unavoidable and can't be blocked. On top of this, as you level this ability up, this ability is also going to be able to clear the battlefield effects on the enemy side. It's going to clear defense up and invasion on all enemies, so really effective against a team like Extreme X-Men. And again, similar to the special, clearing revive once on all enemies. So we're really not going to have a fighting chance with any enemies to have that revive mechanic. In addition to that, also clearing charges on all enemies. If any enemy does have charge as well, you're also going to be filling his speed bar up, and that's going to be dependent here, but pretty notable, ladies and gentlemen. And then last but not least, the safeguard lasting for 2 full turns with the upgrade. So similar to the special, 100% I would upgrade the ability, but it's crazy how each and every one of his abilities do sap away the charges. Very, very notable, ladies and gentlemen. So for his special, his ultimate, highly recommended upgrading. And then lastly, the God Butcher is his passive ability, and there's going to be a lot of value here, even outside of the arena meta. You can see on spawn, he's going to be gaining charge. On any death, he's going to be gaining the charge up to a maximum of 4 times. Characters killed by Gorr cannot be revived. And on top of that, if this character does have 4 or more charges, he's going to be attacking and retaliating the most injured non-summon enemy, ignoring the taunt and stealth. On top of that, he also uses his Tendril Terror special ability, and then it's pretty notable, right? So that means it's going to be applying this ability from the get-go as a passive, which includes an ability block and the clearing of the charge as well. So absolutely devastating, ladies and gentlemen. As you level up his passive ability, you can see he's going to be gaining focus for each Annihilator ally in arena. The chance of assisted attacks decreases by 100%. This right here is exactly what counters Old Man Logan. Level 4 here, while this character has charge, this character also cannot gain bleed, and more specifically in arena, the Annihilator allies cannot gain bleed. Once again, countering Old Man Logan directly, which is why I believe we're going to strongly see that shift here where Old Man Logan gets pushed out and pushed down out of the arena meta unless Gorr is not on the team. And then last but not least, with the T4 here, he's also going to be giving barrier for the 20% of this max HP. So he does have a lower HP pool compared to the rest of the allies here for his team. So that's why you may want to do that just to increase his survivability. Is it required? I don't think it's as important as a special and ultimate for T4s, but definitely a consideration to increase the survivability. I for sure will be doing it, but his special and ultimate first, and then followed by the passive ability. So there you guys have it, ladies and gentlemen. Having said that, noting his abilities, it is a definite call out to 2 ISO-8s in my honest opinion. Either the Raider, which capitalizes on more of the piercing and crits, and that way he can do more damage output, or even the Striker can work really well on him because he can be using his basic ability once again, and maybe having to utilize his clear charge mechanic if it resisted through a resist check. So Honestly speaking, I think the striker or the raider works best. I'm personally slotting him as a raider, so that way he does increase the damage output as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Good luck with all your guys' orb opening as well if you're using power cores and as well as red stars. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.